G'day friends, welcome to another Page in 10 video. My name's James. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be using a thicker black marker and a thin fine liner, like a thin pen. You could just use any black marker and any black pen, doesn't really matter, don't have to be waterproof or anything. We're going to do these double lined kind of, what would I call them? Queens? It's a double line effect. I actually taught this a long time ago. I don't even know if I did a video on it or if I just uploaded a picture of a tutorial on it. I actually don't know, but it's in a really old journal and I thought I'd just revisit it today because it's in Collage Club for March and they're just a fun, fun little thing to try. So let's put 10 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Let's fight the allergies. All right, let's start with your big black marker. Let's do one big one over this side. We're going to do a big oval, and then when we get to the top of the oval, I want you to swirl at the top. There we go. And then we'll leave this page for like doing a whole bunch of little ones, because I'm sure we'll get through this pretty quickly. I want you to put two almost full oval, circles in as eyes, kind of like backwards C shapes. And then I want you to do one upside down rainbow inside each. And then a little scribble at the top. Hopefully you can leave a little bit of white space if you can manage. If not, don't worry about it. A little scribble for a pupil. This all is kind of messy and it's great to keep it messy. At the top of the eye, on the outside corner, you just want to bring a hook in. So go out to the outside corner and hook it in a little bit. And then right between those eyes and just down a little bit, you're going to put two little notches that kind of face each other. Those are nostrils. Now, the point to this is to do it over and over and over again, and each time you do it, just be more reckless with where you put everything and the proportions. So you end up with just a whole bunch of different looking faces, but you're not actually having to think too much. So we're just thinking of like, this is how we kind of approach the eyes, the, half-finished circle, the two loops inside with the little eyelid, these two strokes for nostrils, and then a big M shape underneath, kind of wonky, however you do it. Connect each edge, each little leg of the M and color that in. And then a little U underneath. I actually like mine a little bit more rounded. There you go. Do you know what? I should show you what they look like. They're right here. These ladies just across the top. So what else have we got on there? Oh, we've got ears, just two little C shapes on either side of the face. And then I like to put like a collar, like a ruffled collar on them. So I just loop from the bottom of the face, as well as a crown. This, I don't want to kind of run over this. So sometimes I put the crown on wonky and it does the same job. Right, now at this point you probably think it looks really unfinished. I don't know if I like it. This is where the pen comes in. We're going to do everything we just did. We'll leave a few bits out, but we'll do everything we just did again. Hold your pen back really fast so you've kind of got no control over it. And we're going to run around that loop with the swirl. We're going to add those eye details on like we did before. And I like to go a little quick too. I'm going to kind of scribble the start of the brow and then just flick it off to the edge. Give them a nice arch if you want them to be really fierce. When I go to the nose, I'm going to do a little U shape just in between and on top of those hooks. And then on each side, I'm going to do a C shape and a backwards C shape for the nostrils. I'm not going to do anything to the lips because when I add extra lip lines, it kind of looks a little crazy. But I will put my little G swirl underneath. That was a little bit of a trademark of my illustrations back in the day. And I'm going to put two cheek ovals on as well. Inside the ears, I'm going to do my little hooks, just two little hooks. And then I'm going to go over the ruffle again. Also going to go over the crown again. See how that second line just gives it a bit more character? We're not actually having to do anything different. We're just doing the exact same drawing, but just doing a really, sketchy fun line over the top of it. I just think it kind of adds something to it. I'm going to put a diamond in the top of the crown, just a little bit of a detail and a cross right in the middle of that. And that's about it as far as detail goes. Then we just repeat that over and over and over again, and you just get left with a bunch of different looking queens. Some look really crazy, and some look really fun, some look really pretty, some look really ugly. You just kind of change it up as you go along. So we're going to do a bit of a bunch on this side. Let's do 4, because I think we can fit one in each corner. And I'm going to do them as I go. I'm going to switch something up. So that's the size. I'm going to make this one a little bit more rounded, and this one more oval. There we go. All 4 different ones. I'm going to put the eyes on. Small eyes there. Let's do bigger eyes in this one. And let's do lower eyes in this one. And longer eyes in this one. I'm going to add those 2 little loops. Remember, they're just scribbles at this point. You don't really need to worry too much about detail, as long as they're relatively even. And then the little nostrils, I'm going to do 2 really small ones there. I'm going to do 2 wider ones in this one. I'm going to do a small one there too, and then keep these nostrils a little higher. I'm going to do a really small M for this one, and then a really wide M for that one. I'm going to do a big M for this one as well. And then a small M for that one. And all the little bottom lip U shapes just underneath. Hook some little ears on. And keep all the ears little. And a collar, big one for her, kind of small one for her, really wide one for that one. Now that looks like a baby. A bit more of a sharp one. Let's do a really big crown on this one, oversized, and then a really thin one here. Let's do a really wonky small one on this one, and a really flat, wide one there. Now we're ready to go over everything again and put on those extra little details. I'm going to circle around, circle around. Doesn't have to be perfect, you just want to get it kind of close. Some of the eye details may be just too small to go over if your illustration got a little small, so just add the extra line around the eyes. You know, fill it in a little bit if you want to. You can still add the eyebrows on though. Remember, just a little squiggle and then a little flick out to the edge. My squiggles kind of go up to the diagonals a little bit. The little U on top of the nostrils, and the backward C shapes around the nostrils, as well as the G chin swirls, ear hooks. I'm just going to scribble inside the ears. And collar. And crown. We can add extra little details on if you feel like being a little bit more personalized. I'm going to add little, I guess, pearls or beads to the top of this one. This one I might add a couple of diamonds in there. Maybe this one I'll just add some stripes. I love these black and whites for doing a lot of patterns in here as well. So polka dots, stripes, check, diamond, you know, simple patterns. I don't want to go too crazy with them. But even like on this one where it's kind of bigger and there's more area to play with, I might end up going inside wherever the double line kind of makes these little train tracks, and maybe add patterns inside there. And that's how you can kind of disappear for an hour into pattern work, line work, and just have a lot of fun detailing an image that was quite simple to draw. Like, you're not really attached to it. You're not going to ruin it. If you do ruin it, you can just do another one in a minute. But you can focus on just playing with your patterns. You don't have to challenge yourself to do anything too crazy, because sometimes this is totally worth it for me, just to play with these patterns for like an hour and just keep drawing and be mindless. And I love doing variations on things. So one specific approach, but trying it just tons of different ways, because I know I say this a lot, but everything I say a lot. I tend to repeat it, so I must believe it, right? I I just love to see like what do I get on attempt number 3, or which attempt is my favorite. Like I kind of like this one, this little baby one, but it took me 1, 2, 3, 4. Attempt number 4 was the one that I would kind of settle on as one of my favorites from this little session. So if I stopped at 1, I don't think I would have been disappointed, but sometimes my curiosity just really wants to know, like, how far can I push it, and is there something else that I can discover here that I might like more than what I did when I started? And it usually is. There's usually always something waiting 2 or 3 illustrations down the road that I really enjoy. Of course, you don't have to do this with a pen. You can also do this with a marker, and it would save you a lot of time. But there is a different quality to using the pen and scribbling it in than there is to using the marker and filling it in. Oh, there goes our timer. See that? Just want to show you. It looks a little bit different, but it's not wrong. All right. Stop. That has been our page in 10 video for these coins. Oh, do they have lashes? I completely forgot their lashes, as if I'm stopping this video without lashes. Winged lashes in the corner, as always. Please, please, please. Drag lashes. There we go. They can't be queens without them. This is a page in 10. There's a whole playlist of these videos if you want to spend some more time with me. All about 10 minutes, all about this level of difficulty or a little bit easier. Sometimes we learn how to draw these things, and I know it can move through pretty quickly, but again, it's not to challenge you to do anything crazy and make beautiful finished pieces. I just want to get your hands moving. I just want to spend some time with you and hopefully encourage you to, get in your journals and use your beautiful supplies and try something you never tried before, just in the name of having fun. And I heard this recently, and I think I'm going to say it like all the time now, but you are not obliged to create anything amazing today. You are not obliged or required to be the best at this or to even be good at it. This is supposed to be fun. And I mean, unless you're not here for fun, in which case I hope you know what you're getting out of this, because I'm here for fun. You get what you get out of it, but for the most part, I think a lot of people are here for fun, and that means that you can do anything and everything in the name of fun. So I'm just going to leave that there. I guess I'll work on how I want to say that in the future, because that wasn't succinct, but I'll see you another time soon. Goodbye.